If you were born on January 3, you arrived into this world carrying a blueprint that most people spend their entire lives trying to discover. You are one of the rare souls who entered the cosmos at the precise moment when the ambitious mountain goat of Capricorn met the transformative energy of the number 3. A combination that creates individuals capable of building empires while touching hearts, achieving external success while nurturing inner gardens of profound creative wisdom. There is something ancient about your spirit, something that remembers that you came here not merely to exist, but to leave an indelible mark upon the fabric of human experience. The stars themselves whispered a particular destiny into your being at the moment of your first breath, a destiny that combines the disciplined, strategic brilliance of Saturn-ruled Capricorn with the expressive, joyful, and profoundly creative essence of the 3rd day of the month. You are not simply another Capricorn navigating the material world. You are a rare variation of this formidable Earth sign. Someone who carries within you the capacity to bridge the gap between cold ambition and warm creativity, between rigid structure and flowing innovation. The universe did not create you to fit neatly into boxes or conform to expectations. You were forged in the cosmic fires of Saturn's wisdom and Venus's beauty, emerging as someone who understands that true legacy is built not just through achievement, but through the lasting impact of what you create, what you inspire, and what you leave behind in the hearts of those you touch. This is your cosmic inheritance, your spiritual birthright. And today, we are going to explore every magnificent facet of what it means to carry the January 3 energy in your soul. Get ready to discover why you have always felt slightly different from other Capricorns, why your creative spark seems to burn with an intensity that surprises even you, and why your path to success might look nothing like you imagined, but will be infinitely more rewarding than you ever dared to dream.
In Taff, in Daffip, sleeps.
To truly understand who you are as a January 3 Capricorn, we must first immerse ourselves in the profound cosmic architecture of your sun sign, and then explore what makes your specific degree within that sign so uniquely powerful. Capricorn, the 10th sign of the zodiac, is often misunderstood as merely ambitious, materialistic, or coldly calculating. While it is true that Capricorn energy does carry these qualities, to reduce this magnificent sign to such simplistic labels is to miss the deeper, more mystical truth of its cosmic purpose. Capricorn represents the soul's journey toward mastery, toward the achievement of goals that seem impossible to others, toward the creation of lasting structures that outlast the individual who builds them. Ruled by Saturn, the planet of time, discipline, karma, and ultimate wisdom, Capricorn teaches us that true freedom comes not from the absence of responsibility, but from the mastery of it. This is an earth sign, grounded in the material reality, yet always reaching upward toward the peaks of achievement like the mountain goat that is its symbolic animal. The goat does not climb for vanity. It climbs because it knows that the view from the summit, the perspective gained from having overcome the difficulty of the ascent, is what gives life meaning. You were born with your sun at approximately 13 degrees of Capricorn, a position that places you squarely in the 2nd decan of the sign and infuses you with additional planetary influences that we will explore shortly. This degree placement is significant because it suggests you have already done significant inner work in past experiences, accumulated wisdom that serves as the foundation for your current lifetime's ambitions. The 13th degree of any sign is often associated with transformation, with the alchemical process of turning base materials into gold, of transmuting challenge into strength. In Capricorn, this transformation manifests as the ability to take the disciplined, structured energy of Saturn and apply it in ways that create not just personal success, but meaningful contribution to the collective. You are not interested in achievement for its own sake. You want your accomplishments to matter, to last, to mean something in the grander story of human progress. The element of earth that flows through your being gives you a practical, grounded approach to life that others often underestimate. You are not a dreamer who floats through the cosmos on wishes and hopes. You are a builder who understands that dreams become reality through concrete action, careful planning, and unwavering commitment. Your feet are planted firmly on the ground, but your vision stretches infinitely upward toward the light. This combination of earthly practicality and celestial aspiration is your superpower, the unique gift that allows you to envision what others cannot see, and then systematically, step by step, bring that vision into material existence. Psychologically, you likely possess an extraordinary capacity for delayed gratification that would frustrate most people. While others want immediate results and grow impatient when success does not come quickly, you understand that 伟大的事需要时间, that the most valuable achievements require years of consistent effort, countless small steps that accumulate into something magnificent. This patience is not passive, it is strategic. You are playing the long game, and you have the wisdom to recognize that shortcuts often lead to dead ends, while the longer, more difficult path leads to destinations worth reaching. Your mind is analytical, strategic, and remarkably capable of seeing the big picture while simultaneously attending to the smallest details that determine success or failure. You likely have a love-hate relationship with responsibility because while you are deeply capable of carrying heavy burdens, there are moments when you wish you could set them down and simply be free. Yet, here is the beautiful paradox of your January 3 energy. You are also infused with the creative, expressive, and socially magnetic qualities of the number 3, which we will explore in depth later. This means that while you carry the weight of Capricorn responsibility, you also possess an unexpected lightness, a capacity for joy and creative expression that many harder Capricorns lack. You can be serious and silly, ambitious and playful, disciplined and spontaneous. This complexity makes you endlessly fascinating to others and gives you access to realms of experience that more one-dimensional Capricorns never discover. Your approximate position at Capricorn 13 degrees also suggests a soul that has learned many hard lessons about the relationship between effort and reward, about the necessity of paying one's dues before expecting recognition, about the truth that there truly are no shortcuts to genuine achievement. You carry this wisdom in your bones, and it informs every decision you make, every goal you pursue, every structure you build in your life. Yet you also carry something else, a spark of divine creative fire that refuses to be extinguished by mere practicality. A recognition that life is not just about building walls and climbing ladders, but about expressing the unique beauty of your individual soul through whatever medium calls to you. Now we come to one of the most fascinating and perhaps unexpected aspects of your January 3 cosmic blueprint, your position in the second decan of Capricorn, which grants you a powerful connection to Venus, the planet of love, beauty, art, and pleasure. Traditional Capricorn is ruled solely by Saturn, but astrologers recognize that each decan, each 10-degree segment of a sign, receives additional influence from a secondary planetary ruler. In the case of the second decan of Capricorn, this co-ruler is Venus, and this planetary alliance creates a unique energetic signature that sets you apart from your fellow Capricorns. Understanding this influence is essential to understanding why you feel, think, and create differently than other people born under the sign of the mountain goat. Venus brings to your Saturnine nature a profound appreciation for aesthetics, for beauty, for the finer things in life that engage the senses and stir the soul. While a first decan Capricorn might be more purely focused on achievement and status, you have an additional dimension that draws you toward creative expression, romantic connection, and the cultivation of beauty in your environment. This does not make you less ambitious. It simply means that your definition of success includes elements that purely Saturnine Capricorns might dismiss as frivolous or distracting. You understand, perhaps instinctively, that a life filled only with achievement, but devoid of beauty, love, and creative expression is ultimately a hollow victory. The Venusian influence also grants you a social magnetism that many harder-edged Capricorns lack. You have a way with people, a charm and grace that makes others want to be around you, want to help you, want to support your vision. This is not manipulation or superficial charm. It is a genuine appreciation for connection, a capacity for warmth and intimacy that coexists beautifully with your Capricornian ambition and discipline. You are likely the Capricorn who throws memorable dinner parties, who creates beautiful spaces to live and work, who expresses affection through thoughtful gifts and sensory experiences rather than purely through words or grand gestures. Your romantic nature is deep and enduring, seeking not just physical attraction, but genuine soul connection with a partner who appreciates both your ambitious side and your more tender artistic dimensions. In practical terms, the Venusian influence on your Capricorn sun manifests in numerous ways. You might find yourself drawn to careers in the arts, in design, in any field where beauty and functionality must be balanced. You might have a natural talent for making things look good, for presenting ideas in visually appealing ways, for creating environments that inspire and uplift those who inhabit them. Your taste is likely refined and sophisticated, perhaps even luxurious, and you have the ability to discern quality in a way that others find impressive. You may also find that you are more emotionally expressive than typical Capricorns, more willing to share your feelings, more capable of vulnerability, more comfortable with the fluid, sometimes messy territory of the heart. This Venusian energy also speaks to your relationship with pleasure and self-care. Unlike some Capricorns, who equate rest with laziness and self-indulgence with weakness, you understand that nourishing your soul through beautiful experiences, through connection with loved ones, through engagement with art and nature, is not a distraction from your ambitions, but essential fuel for achieving them. You are wise enough to recognize that you cannot pour from an empty cup, that your creative and professional output depends on regular infusion of beauty and joy into your life. The second decan also suggests that you may have learned important lessons about the balance between giving and receiving, between working and resting, between the masculine drive to achieve and the feminine wisdom of receptivity. Venus teaches us that true power includes the power to receive, that strength can manifest as softness, that leadership can emerge from connection rather than domination. These are profound lessons that many Capricorns struggle with throughout their lives, but you, with your Venusian co-rulership, have access to this wisdom more naturally than most. Every degree of the zodiac carries a symbolic message, a spiritual teaching encoded in the Sabian symbols. And for you, born at approximately Capricorn 13 degrees, the Sabian symbol is profoundly meaningful. A person ascending toward the light. This image speaks directly to the core of your soul's journey and offers guidance that can help you navigate the challenges and opportunities of your lifetime. Let us immerse ourselves in the deep, mystical meaning of this symbol and discover what it reveals about your path. The imagery of a person ascending toward the light is one of the most powerful and universal symbols in all of human spiritual tradition. It represents the soul's upward journey from darkness toward illumination, from confusion toward clarity, from limitation toward freedom. It speaks to the fundamental human experience of seeking something greater than ourselves, of reaching toward higher truth, of evolving beyond our current circumstances into something more aligned with our highest potential. For you, this symbol carries special significance because it describes not just a one-time event, but a continuous, ongoing process. You are always ascending, always reaching, always moving toward the light, even when the path is difficult or the destination seems impossibly far. This is your eternal orientation, the direction in which your soul naturally moves, regardless of the obstacles that may temporarily block your path. The light toward which you ascend is multidimensional. It represents illumination of the mind, the clarity of understanding that comes through hard-won wisdom and experience. It represents spiritual enlightenment, the awakening to deeper truths about the nature of reality and your place within the cosmic tapestry. It also represents success itself, the achievement of your goals, the realization of your ambitions, the manifestation of your vision into material reality. The light is all of these things simultaneously, and your journey toward it requires growth in every dimension of your being. What makes this symbol particularly powerful for you is the emphasis on the act of ascending rather than arrival. You are not someone who will ever fully arrive, who will one day say, "I have made it," and then stop growing. Your path is one of continuous elevation, each achievement becoming the foundation for the next challenge, each level of success revealing new horizons to pursue. This can be both exhilarating and exhausting, but it is fundamentally who you are. The upward movement is not optional for you. It is as natural as breathing, as essential as your heartbeat. There is also something beautiful and perhaps challenging in this symbol about the nature of the ascent itself. Ascending is not easy. It requires effort, courage, and the willingness to leave behind the comfortable familiarity of where you currently stand. It requires faith that the light exists even when you cannot yet see it clearly. Trust that the climb is worthwhile even when your muscles burn and your spirit flags. You have likely experienced many moments in your life when the ascent seemed impossible. When the weight of responsibility or the complexity of circumstances made you want to give up and settle for less than you knew you were capable of achieving. Yet something in you kept climbing, kept reaching, kept believing that the light was worth pursuing. That something is the core essence of your soul, the divine spark that chose this particular cosmic moment to incarnate because it knew that the journey toward the light is your sacred purpose. The person in this symbol is not climbing alone. They are ascending toward the light, which suggests a destination, a source of illumination that exists beyond themselves. This points to your relationship with something greater than your individual self, whether you call it God, the universe, source, or simply the cosmic intelligence that underlies all of existence. You are not trying to become a light yourself. You are trying to align with the light, to become a channel through which that light can flow into the material world. This is perhaps the deepest meaning of your January 3 energy. You are a bridge between the celestial and the terrestrial, between the realm of spirit and the world of matter, between the light you seek and the structures you build to manifest that light in tangible form. When you create, when you achieve, when you love, you are participating in this great ascent, this eternal movement from darkness into illumination, from potential into actualization, from the individual self into union with the divine. Now we turn to the profound influence of your birthday number, which is 3, and what this means for your cosmic blueprint. It is essential to understand that we are not discussing your full life path number, which would require your complete birth date, including the year. Instead, we are exploring the specific energetic signature of the day of the month on which you were born, the number 3, which adds a distinctive layer to your astrological profile that interacts with and modifies your Capricorn sun energy in beautiful and complex ways. The number 3 is considered one of the most fortunate and harmonious numbers in the entire numerological system, and for good reason. It resonates with the energy of creativity, self-expression, communication, joy, optimism, expansion, and the fruitful combination of ideas that leads to manifestation in the material world. In many mystical traditions, 3 represents the triad, past, present, and future, mind, body, and spirit, father, mother, and child, the fundamental pattern of creation itself. When you were born on the 3rd day of the month, you invited this powerful creative force into your life path in a permanent and fundamental way. For a Capricorn, whose natural tendency can be towards seriousness, discipline, and sometimes emotional reserve, the number 3 acts as a beautiful counterbalance, infusing your practical earth sign energy with light, warmth, and creative spark. This does not make you less Capricorn. It makes you a more complete expression of what Capricorn can be when it is fully activated. You have the ambition and discipline of Capricorn, yes, but you also have the creative vision and expressive joy of the number 3. And this combination creates a personality that is both grounded and inspired, both disciplined and free. The creative energy of the number 3 is particularly significant for you. You are not just someone who achieves, you are someone who creates. There is a profound difference between these two orientations. Achievement is about reaching goals that have been set by external standards or internal drive, while creation is about bringing something new into existence that did not exist before. As a January 3 Capricorn, you have the capacity to be a true creator, someone who contributes something unique and valuable to the world, something that reflects your individual soul's expression rather than merely replicating what others have done. This creative expression might manifest in your career, in your relationships, in the way you decorate your home, in the stories you tell, in the ideas you share, or in the way you approach problems and find solutions. Whatever form it takes, the creative impulse is fundamental to who you are and must be honored if you are to feel truly fulfilled. The number 3 also speaks to your social nature and your capacity for communication. You are likely someone who enjoys connecting with others, who has a gift for expressing ideas in ways that resonate with diverse audiences, who can bring people together and create community around shared visions and values. This is not mere sociability. It is a genuine talent for understanding what motivates people, for finding common ground, for articulating ideas in ways that inspire and uplift. Your words carry weight, your ideas carry power, and your presence in a room makes others feel seen and understood. This is a tremendous gift that you can use in virtually any field or endeavor. However, the number 3 also presents challenges that you must navigate consciously. The energy of 3 can manifest as scattered attention, a tendency to start many projects without finishing them, difficulty with sustained focus, or an inclination towards superficiality rather than depth. For you, as someone with strong Capricorn energy that values depth, mastery, and completion, these tendencies can create internal conflict. You may find yourself pulled in multiple directions, wanting to explore every creative spark that catches your attention, while also knowing that true mastery requires concentration and dedication. The spiritual lesson for you is to learn to channel the creative energy of 3 in focused ways, to bring the same discipline you apply to your Capricorn ambitions to your creative pursuits, and to resist the temptation to scatter your gifts across too many domains. When you learn to combine the expansive, joyful creativity of the number 3 with the focused, persistent discipline of Capricorn, you become virtually unstoppable. You can envision what others cannot see, articulate that vision in ways that inspire others to join you, and then systematically work toward its manifestation with unwavering commitment. This is an extraordinarily powerful combination, one that has the potential to create lasting legacy in whatever field you choose to express it. Your challenge and your opportunity is to honor both sides of your nature, the Capricorn that builds through discipline and the 3 that creates through joy, and to find the synthesis that allows you to be both successful and expressive, both accomplished and fulfilled. Your January 3rd cosmic blueprint points towards specific career archetypes and paths that are particularly well suited to your unique combination of energies. And examining the lives of famous individuals born on this date can provide powerful insights into your own potential trajectory. Let us explore the career territories where you are most likely to thrive, and the profound examples set by those who share your January 3 birthday energy. The combination of Capricorn ambition, Venusian appreciation for beauty and connection, and the creative, expressive power of the number 3 creates a remarkably versatile individual, capable of succeeding in numerous fields while bringing a distinctive personal touch to whatever they do. You are not confined to traditional Capricorn career paths like business, politics, or finance. Although you can certainly excel in those domains, your Venusian influence draws you toward any work that involves aesthetics, beauty, human connection, or creative expression. While your number 3 energy demands that your work allow for innovation, communication, and the expression of your unique perspective. This might manifest as a career in the arts, perhaps as a designer, musician, writer, or visual artist, where your Capricorn discipline prevents the chaos that sometimes afflicts purely artistic temperaments. While your 3 energy and Venus influence ensure that your work resonates emotionally with audiences, you might find yourself drawn to careers in entertainment, media, or any field that requires the ability to communicate ideas effectively to large audiences, while maintaining a distinctive creative vision. The legacy-building energy of Capricorn is particularly prominent in your chart, suggesting that you are not content merely to work for others or to accumulate personal wealth. You want to create something that outlasts you, something that contributes to the greater good, something that represents a genuine contribution to human progress. This might mean building a business that serves a meaningful purpose, creating artistic works that move and inspire future generations, or dedicating your career to a cause larger than yourself. Your ambition is not selfish. It is oriented toward lasting impact, toward building the kind of legacy that will be remembered and valued long after you are gone. Now, let us look at some of the famous individuals who share your January 3 birthday energy and what their lives can teach you about your own potential path. Throughout history, January 3 has produced remarkable individuals in diverse fields, each expressing different facets of the powerful cosmic energy we have been exploring. These individuals demonstrate the extraordinary range of expression available to you and serve as living proof of the potential embedded in your birth date. The key is to study their paths, not to copy them, but to understand the underlying principles that drove their success, and to apply those principles in ways that are uniquely appropriate to your own soul's journey. What unites these diverse individuals is a common thread: the refusal to accept limitations, the commitment to building something meaningful, the creative vision that allowed them to see possibilities others missed, and the discipline to persist in the face of obstacles that would have stopped less determined souls. These are the qualities that define the January 3 Capricorn at their best, and they are qualities that you possess in abundance. Your task is not to become any of these specific individuals, but to embody the same spirit, to pursue your own unique vision with the same courage, creativity, and commitment that has driven every great soul born under this powerful configuration. The universe chose this particular moment for your incarnation for a reason. You carry within you the capacity to achieve extraordinary things, to create lasting value, to touch lives in ways you cannot yet imagine. The question is not whether you have the potential. The stars themselves declare that you do, but whether you will have the courage to pursue that potential with the full force of your being, to refuse the temptation of small thinking, and to ascend toward the light with everything you have been given. Now we explore one of the most important dimensions of your life: love and relationships. For the January 3 Capricorn, this area of life is complex and nuanced, shaped by the interplay between your Saturn-ruled need for stability and commitment, your Venusian co-ruled capacity for romance and connection, and your number 3 energy that craves variety, communication, and creative expression within partnerships. Understanding these dynamics can help you navigate the waters of the heart with greater wisdom and self-awareness. As a Capricorn, you bring to relationships a deep seriousness and a desire for lasting commitment that can be both beautiful and challenging. You are not interested in casual flings or relationships that go nowhere. When you give your heart to someone, you give it completely, with the same dedication and commitment you bring to your most important goals. You want a partner who is in it for the long haul, Someone who understands that love is not just a feeling, but a choice that must be made again and again every day. Someone who is willing to do the inner work required to make a relationship thrive over time, rather than simply chasing the initial spark of attraction. This is a beautiful quality, but it can also create challenges if you come across as too serious or too focused on commitment before the relationship has had time to develop organically. Your Venusian influence adds another dimension to your romantic nature that many Capricorns lack. You have a deep appreciation for beauty, for romance, for the finer aspects of intimate connection. You want to feel desired to be with someone who values aesthetics and knows how to create beautiful experiences. You are likely more physically affectionate and emotionally expressive than typical Capricorns, more willing to share your feelings and more comfortable with the vulnerable territory of the heart. This makes you a more complete lover, someone capable of both deep emotional connection and passionate physical intimacy. But it also means that you have higher expectations for your romantic life than some of your more emotionally reserved Capricorn cousins. The number 3 energy that flows through your birthday also shapes your relationship style in important ways. You need a partner who can engage you intellectually, who can keep up with your mind, who can communicate openly and honestly about all aspects of life. You thrive in relationships where conversation flows easily, where ideas are shared and explored together, where both partners feel free to express their thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment. You also need room for creative expression within your relationships, space to maintain your individual identity and pursue your own interests, even as you build a shared life with your partner. A relationship that feels confining or restrictive will eventually stifle you, no matter how much you love the other person. In terms of compatibility, your Capricorn sun naturally resonates with other earth signs, Taurus and Virgo, who share your practical approach to life and your appreciation for stability and commitment. These partnerships tend to be grounded and enduring, built on mutual respect and shared values. However, your Venusian influence also draws you toward the watery signs, particularly Scorpio and Pisces, who can connect with your deeper emotional nature and bring out feelings you might otherwise keep hidden. Cancer, with its focus on home and family, can also be a good match for your desire to build a secure domestic life together. Air signs like Aquarius and Libra can stimulate you intellectually and bring new perspectives that expand your worldview, though you may need to work harder to find common ground in terms of lifestyle and values. Fire signs like Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius can bring passion and excitement to your life, but may also challenge your need for stability in ways that are ultimately either growth-producing or relationship-destroying, depending on how both partners handle the tension. What you need in a partner more than anything is someone who understands and honors the complexity of who you are. You need someone who appreciates both your ambitious, driven side and your more tender, creative dimensions. You need a partner who can be your biggest supporter, while also challenging you to grow beyond your comfort zone. You need someone who understands that your heart is a treasure that must be earned through consistent love and respect, not won through grand gestures or persuasive words alone. When you find this person, you have the capacity to build a relationship that is both stable and passionate, both grounded and inspired, both practical and beautifully romantic. Your love, when fully expressed, has the power to transform both your life and the life of your partner, creating a legacy of connection that extends far beyond the two of you, into the families and communities you build together. If today's reading resonated with your soul, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Astrological Chart. The universe is always speaking, and tomorrow we'll decode a new destiny. Until then, keep ascending.